Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I've got for you guys today is where there is smoke, there's fire. I'm telling you. We now have another instance of the ATF coming out and saying how ineffectual their NFA is and how they got to do something about it. Like I said, where there is smoke, there's fire, and my little spidey senses antennas are going off, and I need to hear what you guys think in the comments field right down there. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. So my brothers and sisters, we're all about patterns here. And when I see the ATF put out 3 different exposés against local, and then national, one in Tulsa, one in D.C., and now Steve Dettelbach on a national network, NBC, around how ineffectual the NFA is because of giggle switches or Glock switches, there's an end motive. I'm telling you something's up. Like I said, let me hear if I landed this plane in the comments field, and make sure you watch this. I've got 4 clips. First 3, it's all about how ineffectual, and the 4th one is where they supply the solution to their own problem in ineffectiveness. Let's get into this. Check this out. I think we're onto something. Check this out.
From his perch at the head of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms,
special agents,
former federal prosecutor Stephen Dettelbach is the chief enforcer of the nation's gun laws.
Now, machine guns have been against the law in the United States, new machine guns, since 1934, the days of Al Capone and the Tommy gun. But we're seeing them all over the place.
What? That's weird. They're presenting the problem just like they had in the local reports from Washington, D.C. and Tulsa, Oklahoma. We covered both of them on this channel. They're doing the same talking points. These things are against the law, but they're still happening. Okay, so you're proving how ineffectual these laws are. It's interesting that a law from 1934 all of a sudden isn't effective because of Glock switches or giggle switches. ATF, what's up? Something must be going on. I'm smelling smoke. Let's continue. Again, wait till the 4th clip.
Talk to state and local police chiefs, sheriffs, our partners in federal law enforcement. They tell me to a person, it's raining switches.
It's been law since 1934. They're popping up all over the place. It's raining switches. Now, keep in mind, it's the ATF's purview to rein in said switches, provide umbrellas, if you will. What's going on here? Why would the head of the ATF go on a national news network and say how ineffectual that organization is at stopping something which is the National Firearms Act, which completely should inhibit any type of machine gun from coming out into the open? Anybody getting kind of weird little fuzzies going on? Yeah. Again, remember, local, national now. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Here's number 3, and number 4 is the payoff.
Authorities say switches like the one used in that gun have been flooding in from China, but also made at home.
I sat in a room, a printer that cost just shy of $200 sat there buzzing in the background for 30 to 40 minutes, and when it was done, a machine gun had been created.
An ATF report on crime guns found that the number of recovered machine gun conversion devices from 2017 to 2021 went up 570%.
570%. Now, again, that's a recycled data point. We saw that in the D.C. report. We saw that in the Oklahoma report. And now we've seen it on the national report with the ATF director himself. So again, bringing you back to this point of what we've talked about. 2 different local episodes, 1 now national episode. The NFA has been law since 1934, and machine guns are popping up everywhere, even though they're illegal. That's weird. It's raining switches, according to the ATF, and now you've got a situation where 3D printers are printing these things. They're printing machine guns. Okay, so they're not going to go after the angle of getting rid of 3D printers because that's not feasible. So they've now built a pretty good problem, again, local and national. What do you think the solution is? Let me get to the end of this report, the big payoff. Listen to this. There's 2 pieces here.
Ian is joining us now with more on this important reporting. Ken, the ATF director was very clear with you. This problem is getting worse. They're concerned about it. What can they do from a solution perspective, short of an act of law, an act of Congress?
You know, Hallie, the reality is these things are already illegal. The ATF just doesn't have enough agents to do the kind of nationwide enforcement that is necessary. There have been some calls from lawmakers that the ATF should change gun regulations and require makers like Glock to make this more difficult to accomplish, to change the designs of their guns. But that's a controversial step, and the ATF is in a number of regulatory battles right now with the gun industry and gun dealers, and there just isn't the political appetite, it seems, to take that on. The reality is it's really difficult to regulate guns in this country, even when people are doing things that are illegal, Allie.
Huh. So let me get this straight. You have overextended against legal gun owners in America with your pistol brace ruling, with chasing machine guns that are actually triggers. They're just parts, no big deal, whatever. You've got bump stocks. You've got all these executive actions that you've overextended yourself on, and now you're fighting them in court. So you've, again, overextended your capacities. And your solution now is, but these switches, they are against the law. And the fact is, they are already illegal. So we're probably going to need more ATF agents. Or you could stop going after law-abiding Americans because you want political points for your administration and actually focus on something that you could actually utilize those people in a way that you're claiming is the big problem. No. You need more ATF agents. Mark it down right here. December 12th, I believe is today. Yeah, December 12th. The next big push from the gun controllers, you are going to see massive funding increases pushed in budgets for the ATF to get many, many more agents to expand their scope of impact. I guarantee you at this point, because they've now done these on a local level and a national level, all saying how insignificant they are and how they need more people based on that insignificance. Mark it down and let me know what you guys think in the comments field. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.